All right, is this on? Okay, good. It's on. We're on the air. Great. Anyways, let's begin the show. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this stuff because this is a lot of things that are going on, and I know that most people are probably wondering what's going on here. I guess I better go ahead and show you guys the drama because let's face it, there's been a lot of things going on the internet lately, and people are getting upset about this whole issue, what is happening, and especially what's been told about this whole situation. Now, I know everyone's talking about the Niji Sanji drama. I know everyone's talking about what's going on with the VShojo drama too. Now, this is becoming one of those situations to where people are getting a little bit upset about this, especially the drama that happened with a lot of people. I'm not going to try to bring up, I might as well bring it up because this has happened for months and weeks because of the harassment. I know there was some people that were defending the harassment, and this is what's going on because of the fact that I had to bring up this issue. Because this was becoming a situation to where people are taking precautions, and it wasn't something that I would talk about, but I will because it's something that happened with VShojo with one of their Silvertail. Now, Silvertail, I'm sorry, but I mispronounced it. Silvertail was harassed. Now, she claimed she didn't mention who harassed her. She mentioned that there were people that were upset over her playing the Harry Potter game. Now, she didn't mention who. She didn't, and I actually listened to what she had to say about this. She mentioned some people that were on Twitter saying mean things about her, and some of them were either trolls, which according to some people say that they were, according to some sources I was listening to. There were a lot of people talking about this issue, and it wasn't something I'm going to bring up because I know that this was something to be fair to everybody, because I want to be fair, not bias. Keep this in mind. I'm trying to be fair to everyone because according to her, she was harassed, but it isn't Gamergate. It isn't because Gamergate disbanded. It never really happened because some people are basically saying that this was harassment or some psyops, right-wing psyops, according to one source. And keep this in mind, I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to try to report this fair in the way that I should because there could be a lot of things that happened. Now, this is something that as an entertainer who tries to do content for the fun of it, I want everyone to understand I have nothing against you. This is something that I'm going to have to point out. This could be bullies. This could be harassers. This could be a lot of things. I just want to go ahead and straight up be nice about this because this is something that happened. Now, I'm not going to try to cancel anybody or attack anybody, but this is what's been going on for a while because Silvertail is a VTuber who is a part of it's sort of like a group of people that are VTubers, and they earn money based on that organization, and that organization pays them to entertain people. That's basically what it is. They're kind of like a YouTube, but they do it for streaming. That's the only difference. They're kind of like an MCM network. They're kind of like but they're for streaming only. But they entertain people via their online avatars, which are just VTubers. Now, this term had been popped up for a long time, and of course, people have been talking about this whole situation with Bishoujo and what happened to her, about what happened with the whole situation with her playing the game known as Hogwarts Legacy. I will say this. I'm going to be nice about this as best as possible because Silverveil isn't really a bad person. But I understand some people are very upset with her about this whole issue, playing the game which they claim is going to hurt and harm trans people. Now, when I listened to her first video when she was crying about this whole situation, she didn't mention trans people. She mentioned people harassing her. She didn't mention trans people. She didn't mention any of that stuff. But it got to the point where people are attacking her over this whole issue. Now, I know Brittany Vente is going after streamers over this whole issue, and I'm just like, yeah, she could have. She went after. She could have criticized other VTubers over this, but she targeted. Oh God. She targeted Iron Mouse of all people, and Iron Mouse. To me, Iron Mouse isn't really, she's more of a comedian / opera singer from Puerto Rico. That's right. Puerto Rico. That's where she's from. And I don't really blame her because this is kind of what's going on. And some people are probably laughing at this, talking about this issue. So... I know most people are probably wondering what's going on. The fact that there's a lot of news. There's a lot of news in this whole situation. Especially, I found out today in the anime news world. I found out that they're laying off people. That's right, people. They're laying off people. Apparently, in the news. Now, I'm going to be telling you right now, this is according to Clownfish, which I'll lay okay, I'm going to play the thing in the background. This is Clownfish talking about this, so here we go.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll had numerous layoffs. They were announced yesterday, I guess, but it occurred earlier or later last week, rather. And I think the office most affected, as I understand it, is San Francisco, which is this beautiful, beautiful office we've talked about before. That Crunchyroll has like a cherry blossom tree, and they got their own little market. And look at this place. Look at how posh this is. Well, this is the new reality, guys. This is 2023, and these tech companies aren't willing to pay for this kind of lavish.
No, they're going to the private room.
Look at this. Is that crying room?
No, the phone call room.
Oh, okay.
There's a motorcycle that you could ride through the building. I don't know. I mean,
this doesn't look real. This looks like the set of like the Real World MTV where they like stage the house, or it looks like what was this show? Just Shoot Me. Like this is what all these New York offices look like. This is like somebody. If you told somebody I'm going to open up an anime dubbing streaming company in New York or San Francisco,
in the Zen room, meet me in the Zen room.
In the Zen room. This is what I would have. This is the Zen room. Oh my God.
I can't understand why they're losing money.
I can't understand why they're losing money, guys. Yeah, so Crunchyroll under Warner Brothers was kind of a problem. They Warner Brothers got saddled with Crunchyroll because they bought Otter Media Elation. I forget who owned who at whatever point. They didn't want Crunchyroll. That was the long and short of it, as I understood it. The word on the street was they were going to roll Crunchyroll into HBO Max and just have like an anime tab. Look at this. Look at this. This is ridiculous. How much does this place cost them a month?
I don't. Do they rent it or they own it?
They leased it for several years.
I'm just looking at this like, holy crap! How many rooms? There's the tree.
There's the tree. Yeah. So anyway,
It looks like a downtown like square.
it does. It's
my
like its own
God.
little city, and this is just—they don't even produce. No, they do produce animation, like High Guardian Spice. That's what these offices. That's what
They
they
had like
produce.
they hold like a whole gym in there and everything else.
God. Okay. So anyway, well, let's talk about Crunchyroll some more. First, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 295,000 subs, almost 300,000 subs.
Woo!
Thank you for the support. Hoping to get 300,000. Trying to figure out what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll build an office like this.
Oh
Just have a
yeah,
bunch of
yeah.
fish
Oh, there are
tanks in there.
bike racks.
Look at that. Look at that.
inside.
Anyway, back to what we're talking about. Crunchyroll. We had been hearing that Warner Brothers wanted to do something with it, unload it or shut it down or consolidate it or whatever. Along comes, and we got told that that was not true, by the way.
Oh yes, yes. We're just terrible people who
Yeah.
don't get anything right.
I had it directly from the source, people working at Warner Brothers telling me that Crunchyroll was living on borrowed time. So then they sold Crunchyroll to Sony, which owns Funimation, and they're consolidating the two anime streamers. And now, because of consolidation, they are laying a bunch of people off. Now, some of it's consolidation, some of it is this is what you do. This is what you do when you've got some people or too many people or people that you want to get rid of, but you couldn't get rid of them before. Is just say, well, because of us restructuring and consolidation and macroeconomic circumstances beyond our control, you're all gone. Get out of here. And I think eventually they're going to probably shut this office down because it's too damn expensive. So let's talk about the news, which broke on Anime News Network, the most trusted anime news source, which was sold to a manga publisher. And I really, really hope, guys, that they make good on their promise to not gut your website. They are the most trusted. Yes, anything they say about us is 100% true. Of course.
Yeah. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Yes, I'd keep your mouth shut. Anyway, Anime News Network. Crunchyroll lays off approximately 85 employees globally.
That's not a whole lot, honestly.
Well, no, but they said this is the first round. I think there's going to be a lot more to come. And mostly it's San Francisco.
How many of these offices do they have?
That was my big takeaway. I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, what do they have? Like 2 or 3 offices? Hell no. They got like freaking 8 or 12. According to one employee with knowledge about the recent terminations, the layoffs included employees in the United States, Moldova, which I heard was where their infrastructure was or servers were, which I'd been told something was going to happen with that with the Ukraine thing going on because they're like,
Yes.
yeah, our servers are going to get blown up. France, Germany, and Australia. And primarily affected the company's marketing and engineering sectors. Marketing's always first to go, and then everybody else. The source did not know if the layoffs only affected full-time employees or include contractors. It was actually out on Reddit. It said, according to Crunchyroll's jobs listing page, the company has 12 offices with locations in Culver City, San Francisco, Dallas, New York, Australia, Paris, France, Berlin, Tokyo, Moldova, Switzerland, and London.
Why do you need so many offices?
That is a damn good question. Nobody has. Netflix doesn't have that many offices. What the hell?
My name is Anna Ferris.
I'm Quinn92. Josh.
Not Anna.
They could have maybe closed a couple offices and offered to let people relocate who wanted to relocate or something like that, and then they wouldn't have to get rid of employees.
Yeah, this is insane. Like, I don't know why they have this many offices. The only thing I can think is tax write-off. I don't know, because you could be like, hey, we have a European office, we have a Tokyo office. That makes sense, right? Europe and Tokyo, and then we have one in the US. We only need 3 offices, really. Maybe Australia. I'll give you that. But you don't need multiple European offices. You don't need New York and San Francisco, because all you do is stream and dub.
Right.
It's not like you're producing content, because the content they were producing was dog shit and they shut it all down.
They could shut down a couple of these offices, save a lot of money, and then put some of these people, like, they could just telecommute for, if they're just dubbing or doing things like that, they could telecommute for it.
I don't know. I mean, this blows my mind. Like, I was shocked. I honestly thought that they just had San Francisco and Tokyo, and that was it. And it was like, hell no. And I knew they had the Crunchyroll Studios, and they shut that down. That was the one that was making High Guardian Spice and all the other stuff nobody wanted. X-Arm, and all that. And that's shut down already, as I understand it. So yeah, I think they're going to look at this and be like, why do we need 12 offices? Why do we need 12 offices? So President Raul Perini, I don't know, informed staff about the layoffs in an email on February 16th. The email cites the integration of the Funimation and Crunchyroll teams as the reason behind the terminations.
Redundancies,
macroeconomic developments, headwinds. At an all-staff meeting on Tuesday, Crunchyroll leadership informed employees those who were laid off will continue to receive benefits throughout the severance period. Multiple sources cited that the decision was not a cost-saving measure, bullshit, but rather a matter of resolving redundant roles.
redundancy. Told you.
Bullshit. They had 1,400 full-time employees. Holy hell.
Why does Crunchyroll need 1,400?
They don't. They don't. That's just Crunchyroll. That's not including Funimation. Now, Funimation, as I understand it, they run it lean and mean, you know, and I think they're going to look at this situation and be like, yeah, why do we need this again? Like this is nicer than the actual Sony offices in Japan. You know?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like, what the hell were you guys smoking? All right, so here's a person that's not going to be going to the Zen room anymore. Astro Carey. After 5 fun years, it's with mixed emotions. I must bid farewell to my Madman Crunchyroll family due to redundancy. Being able to support a community that has given me so much is such an honor. I'm grateful for my time, excited to pursue new opportunities. And look, I'm not trying to be a dick about it, and you know, but I'm just saying, like, this was never sustainable. These people don't understand. A lot of these people working these jobs, like, have they ever, and I don't know her situation, I'm not talking about her, but like, we see so many younger people get jobs like this right out of college, and they think this is what working is.
This is not what working is for most people.
No, this is a paid vacation for a lot of people. Like, they would freaking love to go work at a place like this and have a Zen room.
And the pool table.
And pool table.
And, you know, exercise equipment.
Yeah, and eat ramen and just talk about anime all day, right? This is not how it actually works. So where all of this came from was actually Reddit. There's a guy with a throwaway account, because, you know, it's a throwaway account, saying that there were layoffs, the entirety of QA, and a decent percentage of San Francisco, the engineering team were laid off. Basically, we started working with an outsourcing company, and long story short, and I did read through this already, they were in cahoots with the CTO, and they basically he came in and said, yeah, we don't need people here anymore. I'm just going to use my company to do. So there's a lot of stuff like that going on. Yeah, that's shitty.
I'm sorry, but that is.
And people said it was a conflict of interest. So there
it
might be.
It is a conflict of interest, I'm going to say.
Yeah,
if true.
If true.
It's kind of a conflict of interest.
So here's the thing, though. I just don't understand where this is going to leave the anime industry, because a lot of people, I mean, even before this, like, their marketing people were getting gone. I guess Crunchyroll Expo, I think, is probably done too, but Crunchyroll was like the biggest player, and they're laying a bunch of people off. You know,
it's not a whole lot. I mean, 84 is not, but you know.
Oh, just wait.
That's what I'm saying. If this is the only layoff, it's not bad. If there are more,
marketing's always first. Now, I did look into this building before, and I think it wound up being like $40,000 a month or something for this place. Might actually be more than that. But they have a long-term lease in San Francisco, and I think the pandemic definitely sent a sign to employers that, everybody thought their takeaway was going to be like
the other half of the JT Vega show. Oh, you mean the Silvertail and Niji Sanji shit? Yeah, the fact that Kyo is getting ass fucked by Niji Sanji is really telling on the fact that what. Dude, they're pretty much trying to save face in the case of, and before anything else, subscribe to Clownfish TV. They are one of the best source of information regarding pop culture. Neon and Geeky, well, good people. Well, Neon should be learning how to pronounce things a little bit. I heard how he pronounced Keiko as Kiko. Nah, bro, that ain't it, chief. But I'm fucking all about it. Anyways, uh, I was checking the new rap video about it, and yeah, this is clearly Chinese levels of saving face in from the part of Nijisanji. Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear that? What's it, about the incident with our mouse? Man, the antis are in full force this week, huh? I mean, worse to lie, those people are in fact groomers. The ones who are, but going to lives on TikTok. I mean, they hated her because she was talking the truth about TikTok. Making fun of them. I mean, I mean, we're not really prospects of bullying, but memeing on them is the best we can do. Oh, God. Yeah, that's ultimate. That should be their personal decision as long as they are of age. In other words, once you turn 17, 16, at least 16 to 16 to 18, because this is some this here's the thing. Transitioning is actually something you don't you don't come back from. And when you do the transition, well, let's just say some things are permanent. For example, I was watching this Blur White video a couple of years ago about a woman who basically transitioned to a man, then later on detransitioned. But the thing is, her voice is going to be sounding like a man for the rest of her life. You know what actually, you know what that reminds me of. You remember that? You remember one of Bill's gay cousin in the King of the Hill? Yeah, definitely, but with a bit more Cajun. I forgot the dude's name, but I know who we're talking about. Uh, uh, yeah, Gilbert. Gilbert from Gilbert from King of the Hill. That's the dude. I've always been a creeper. Shabbat. Shabbat. Yeah, definitely. That's the yeah. The here's the thing. So it ends up the guy is a parody of Tennessee Williams. Oh fuck you! Expect resistance. Deny my existence. Expect resistance. Literally same energy. Yeah, it really makes you think. Oh, speaking of video games that are receiving controversy recently, Atomic Heart is also on the target list. Most of it is just by the fact that the game is Russian. The developers are Russian. Russia has what is called they're doing the same thing as China, a civil military thing. Uh, but the thing is, fun fact: the developers actually fled Russia to be in Cyprus. Yeah, it's been developing for over 7 years. I mean, I mean, we had to do this in the same way we had to separate the Chinese Communist Party from the people. We gotta separate the Russians from the Russian government. And yeah, but and then there was that one. Um, they decided not to be silent about their opinions on the war between Russia and Ukraine. I mean, honestly, if a it just what happens. They will actually block you if you actually ask them that. I've actually known people who bought the game, and let's be real here. A lot of people didn't buy it because the game is Russian, or the fact that it was basically Bioshock with Soviet characteristics. They bought it because of the two robo waifus. I mean, let's be real. I mean, but yeah, they were. Yeah, so whoever did the ad is clearly a cultured individual. Uh, should not throw a spoiler in, but I mean, then again, I'm not buying Atomic Heart because it doesn't interest me. Yeah, basically, Soviet Union, they really. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it, but I'm not gonna keep anyone from buying it. I mean, go ahead, go for it. It's your money. And I don't. Do these people who complain about this game in Russian actually not learn from the fact that they should play with their own wallets? Just don't buy the game. Just don't buy the game. But but oh Lord, now they're gonna say that they're Russian. Well, if people like, let's be honest here, Putin's an asshole. Yes, but Zelensky ain't a saint either. So basically, I'm in the position that both of them are in the wrong. I'm actually surprised that they haven't. I'm actually surprised they haven't gone as hard. I'm actually surprised they haven't gone as hard on that game as they did with Hogwarts Legacy because the people who developed it are on the wrong side, according to them. Ushio Ebi, Astor Arcadia, Asmon Gold. I know the video that he's been reacted to. It's got nothing but strawmans out the ass. It's got strawmans out the ass. I mean, I'm not saying, I'm not saying the developers are on the right, you know. Oh, that video. Please don't buy Atomic Heart.
Sorry,
That's because
for a moment.
the guy who goes on that video goes on a rampage about how he calls gamers Joe Rogan fans. he also goes off on the robot girls by showing how much of a simp he is. Yeah, basically, co- congrat. No, no, no. Congratulations, you just saved those two women who are clearly not real and are clearly robots. From you pretty much yeah, they are really thankful that you gave them robotic women rights.
Just drop with your arms flailing about. Yeah.
Having
We'll do a
watched that
spin.
video
Okay.
twice, Harenko pretty much made quite a waste of time of a video. Hell, try to come up with a negative response to that guy. Yeah, he deletes them. He deletes it on his chat. Paper says something else. Ace has Bruce B. This game the thing is, the thing with Atomic Heart is that it's from Russia, so automatically all that money is going straight to the Russian government. Horrible Atomic Heart take. Oh god, that guy's getting. Oh man, Harenko's getting clowned on. But yeah, that particular scene is what brought a lot of people in. Let's be real. Well, to be fair, they do share some of the facial features in the long ears. It's yeah. So yeah, call me anti-Semitic. I don't give a shit. Mhm. And then they got the Muggles, which the wizards are basically calling the people who are in wizards normies. So Muggles is basically the N word. Yeah, basically, J.K. Rowling disguised the N word for Muggles. I mean that's just I'm just feeding to the ammunition. I'm just giving these people ammunition as well. But imagine that. Not just no. One thing, hold on. Not just trans people. Let's be honest here. We can't be putting trans people into this for the most part. Uh, Woke people as a whole. Woke. So I'm just reading this comment from Soroko. Power is like 95 years old. She's like 100, from what I recall. But yeah, I get where you're going. Best, best girl, by the way. Best girl. Power is that best girl. Besides, I will say, I will say it was disappointing that we had to rate it at a 7 because three of the guys hated the anime. It was basically because of the plot story, and they hated the character because he was horny.
That's the whole point of it. Like, he is the horny character. He is the horny character in the series. Yeah. Here's the thing. Pick Me accepted that she was wrong, and she grew as a person. Sylvia, on the other hand, shown she absolutely does not care for trans people. She only cares about her nostalgic, even though many trans people will never
No,
be
no,
able
no,
to
no, no,
have
no.
the
Pika,
nostalgia.
I wouldn't say Pickaby agreed as much as she got bullied into agreeing with them.
Yeah,
One of the very definitions of fascism.
yeah. Or else she gets bullied by them. Which I like. Here's what the take on 4chan said. Bullied in Japan growing up, thinks Westerners are nicer and tries to appeal to them. Gets death threats sent by deranged.
Woo!
For Wizard game she didn't even play. Her story is trash. Yeah, that's Pick Me. And Pick Me was like, good night, people. Have a wonderful day, everyone. It's sad. Because it's like, Pick Me does not deserve that. Like, she basically was trying to have fun. And
To me, truth be told, Pikami is actually a pure kettle. She's a kettle. She didn't deserve this.
yeah.
She didn't deserve this, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
none of them deserved that. But here was the situation that happened. That happened with the trans community fighting against this, because they were worried that their political power that they have over the internet for the last couple of years is dwindling, because of the fact that right now the government is putting laws against them, and this is what got to the breaking point with the fact that I found out from sources that I talked to, especially looking up the research and everything. It turns out there's a group of people that are trying to alter the language. Apparently, there's like a linguistics group in California that's been altering. Yeah, they've been doing this with Spanish, Japanese.
so these are the fuckers responsible for the Latinx shit.
Yeah.
I heard some of the people were actually from Puerto Rico as well, because
Yeah, and this is not the language that you would expect coming from a normal person. This is from a weirdo academic. That's what it is. And the point of their of doing this is to alter the language. Basically, to my understanding, it's to stop anti-LGBTQ basically brainwashing people.
we already have a term for this. It's called newspeak. It's on George Orwell's 1984.
Yeah, that's basically what they're trying to pull. Which I think they read the George Orwell's Politics in the British Language.
I don't know if it. I mean, here's the ironic thing. Dude was a socialist. He was actually going against
Fascism.
Not just fascism, but also authoritarianism as a whole.
Yeah, and the thing is,
the irony is that in his side, they are the one being the fascists. Like there's this famous term saying that the new anti-fascists will be fascist.
yeah,
And it's been tried on so many times. It's just retiring.
yeah,
But it's broke. These people are being the complete opposite of what.
yeah, and they're using different languages to do this, just to fight off the anti-LGBTQ issues, like especially using these terms, using these words and everything to communicate their message in order to manipulate people to stop being, anti-LGBTQ. The thing is, I'm not trying to destroy them. I don't want to. The problem is they have that issue. They have that belief that everyone's out to get them.
That's so basically from what I'm taking here, they are paranoid schizophrenics.
Pretty much. They feel like they don't have their voices heard because the government's putting rules in place.
It's ironic because the government's the one they are a protected class now.
Yeah, they are a protected class. And they are giving them special privileges to work in and not be discriminated against. But still, they're going off on people. Like, for example, the other day, someone kind of brought up a point that you got upset over the fact that someone misgendered you, while he brings up his friend, for example, got beat up by 6 people and went to the hospital, had a broken nose, broken face, for simply being at the wrong place at the wrong time. And you're crying because you've been misgendered.
Someone didn't get your pronouns. They, them, say, sir.
Yeah. And that's kind of like, okay, so you're going to make a law to where I have to because sometimes people can mistake a person's identity. Like, you could dress up in a hoodie if you're a woman and be mistaken as a man.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, baggy clothing as well. It's how should I say this? It's mostly related to how they are perceived.
Yeah.
Through the media, mostly.
Yeah, and it's like most people don't understand that people can mistake your identity and probably say, "Oh, I'm sorry about that." Because I remember I made mistakes too. I accidentally called a woman a man one time, and she spoke to me and said, "Oh, I'm not a man." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Because sometimes people can mistake. I can mistake someone's identity and not know it. And I would apologize to him, saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that to you." Because I can mistake in someone's identity, and if they wish to correct me, that's fine. I'll correct it, but don't go the whole "it's ma'am" thing, because that's not the right way to do it. You can just say, "Excuse me, sir, would you please call me a ma'am? I would gladly appreciate that." And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
In this case, if that happens, somebody asks, "What are your pronouns then?"
Yeah, it's kind of like that whole church's chicken situation. Remember that guy?
Oh, you mean I don't remember much.
Yeah, that trans woman was like arguing with the guy in church's chicken over the fact that he called him a sir. And she just basically, and she cursed at him like hell, like all crazy. And it's like, that guy was so freaking upset. Like, I felt bad for that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, that lady was so pissed off that people were basically just, attacking. Because she was just on the attack on him, trying to aggressively admit that he said something inappropriate to her, calling him a ma'am, sir. And it's like, yep.
I mean, if that was the case, I would either, if you're not going to be polite about it, I will not be polite back to you.
Yeah.
Basically, if you politely or nicely correct me that I misgendered you, fine. But the minute you fuck around, you're going to find out.
Yeah, and right now the trans community already found out. They fucked around and picked the wrong person to pick on. Because Pick Me is a very nice person. Like, you could ask anyone in the community and on VTubing, they would tell you this. She is the nicest person. And yet they're trying to cancel people. Like this is kind of the example that people are dealing with these days. And it's no joke. They're treating all the VTubers like those are human beings behind that voice. And yet they're treating her like crap. And that's kind of the sad thing. Like Pick Me does not deserve that. Pick Me does not deserve that. She should have just not played at all, stupid bitch. This is kind of the sad part. Like these are people that are unhinged over a video game.
The problem is, here's something I actually found a bit disturbing about Japan. You are too polite.
Yeah, and here's something that someone says, because of course they're literally making a list. Like they're literally making a blacklist.
If you're talking about that one page that doxes people, it got taken off.
Yeah, it did, but they had to make that for the Hate Wizard game. Find out if anyone you follow on Twitch has streamed that new Wizard game. But I'm just gonna say this. But the thing I'm gonna say right now is like I said before, if you're so adamant about this whole issue about trans issues, then why are you wasting your time on Twitter posting this stuff? Because right now you're giving money to a billionaire who happens to be transphobic. That's the thing that I'm asking all the trans people. Why are you posting on Twitter knowing that you're giving your money to a transphobe, and you're telling us, oh, you're giving money to a transphobe, yet you're giving money to a transphobe via advertising. Like, this person's getting money. If I scroll down, there's going to probably be someone promoting their stuff. Like, literally, all you're doing, like anything that they're advertising, like right now, they're advertising the NHL game. Like, everything you're posting on Twitter that you're talking about the fact that you're glad that she's like Silvertail or Pick Me and being harassed online, you realize you're giving money. You're giving a dime. You're giving a penny to the richest billionaire, and you're posting on Twitter, wasting your time, and already you're giving ammo to everybody to not like you people. That's the issue that is happening right now. You're giving people ammo. The more you try to do that, the more you post on Twitter talking about this issue, and I'm trying to be nice to you. I'm trying to give you some advice. If you feel so adamant about this, don't post on Twitter. Because I'm telling you why. Because
it's sometimes it is tired.
Yeah, and of course they're doing the whole I support trans VTubers. Like, they're trying to do the whole VTuber I support trans VTubers.
Well, there is a dot in there. I support trans VTubers as long as they think what I think. If they don't, they are my enemy, and they are.
No, it's the whole. If you don't suck dick, you're transphobic.
If you're not gonna fuck a trans woman, you are transphobic.
Yeah.
Despite the fact, in my case, that I am straight, I have no attraction to trans women. I'm sorry.
You're super straight.
Well, yes. I am. I wouldn't say. To be honest, I'm not into chicks with dicks. Okay. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not into chicks with dicks, but if you're into that thing, more power to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just doesn't help that half the people who are transgender are
I know, and right now they're doing the whole "I support trans VTubers" in response to the whole Harry Potter mess, because VTubers they feel like they're being attacked, and the fact that they're posting this on Twitter, giving money to a billionaire who hates them, and yet they're still posting on Twitter, like that's really smart of them, and I'm just pointing this out to them because they don't realize they are posting this in support of trans rights, not realizing that the guy who that gave a platform to, you guessed it, lives a TikTok, and of course you guys are posting on Twitter, literally on Twitter, still posting, giving money to a transphobe, and you're telling us we're giving money to a transphobe. That's kind of oxymoron of them. And that's the issue that I have with the whole situation with them attacking VTubers, is that they have no self-awareness. They tell us that they know that one person, because that person told them that this person's transphobic, yet they're giving Elon Musk money. And right now, the whole "I stand with Pygmy, I stand with Silvervale" is one of those things that they're having fun with. Like, this is kind of funny. The renowned transgender horror author who signed the letter last week condemning the New York Times coverage of trans issues has tweeted, wants to slit J.K. Rowling's throat. Yeah, her and Pygmies bullied. Here's some proof.
Take a look at life listenership post.
This is literally what they're trying. Like, the author who signed the trans letter tweets death threats to J.K. Rowling. She really wanted to cut her throat. Yes, this is literally what we're dealing with.
You know what I actually find very interesting?
Yeah.
That boycott that these people were doing,
they failed. They failed. Like, it didn't stop people from buying the game. It never did. Like, that's literally what's going on. Because they literally didn't have... They were wasting their time, like, basically just, complaining online. That's all they were doing, was complaining online.
They're actually doing the same. Here's the thing: it's also happening. It's also happening with Atomic Heart.
Yeah.
Because, well, let's be real here. Boycott them because they are our enemies. I mean, like I said, neither side has my support.
Yeah, neither side of the argument, especially Iron Mouse, had to say something about this. Keep in mind, like, she's a Puerto Rican here in this whole situation.
Fun fact. She's also disabled. She is a Puerto Rican. She's a disabled Puerto Rican. I understand that she has a pretty bad disease.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say what it is because we don't want to disclose anything we already know.
Oh yeah, basically, I find it ironic that they're also ableist. By their logic, they're also ableist.
Yeah.
But if I fucking with Iron Mouse,
yeah,
we're talking about this girl. Like, I'm not simping her, but she actually there's a reason why she's well liked. We are in VTubers.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the video.
I'll be right back in a few.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to play this out here, because our girl who's a VTuber, I'm gonna be nice about this as best as possible. So go ahead.
And digesting stuff that's been going on these past few days, and here's what I have to say. I think that everybody is entitled to their opinion, and I think that everybody is entitled to support whatever the they want to support. And you know what? That's on you, whatever you want to support. However, I believe that no one deserves to be harassed, and no one deserves to be attacked, and no one deserves to be bullied, and no one deserves to feel threatened. No one deserves to live in fear every day of their life. That is not right. And I think there's a lot of positive ways to get a message across without having to make somebody feel bad. You have the choice to do whatever the fuck you want to do. The Streisand effect, bruh. Humanity is fucked up. Will people say something about me? Will people say that what I said was terrible? Will I start getting angry messages? Tune in tomorrow to find out. Listen, sometimes either way, you're gonna get crucified either way. You just need to decide which way do you want to get crucified. You know what I mean? What? Has this been like this the whole time? How long has this been like this? Oh my god, I'm about to lose my fucking mind. Weeks! You've got to be fucking kidding me, Weeks! I will Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? Ah! Why didn't you tell me? I swear to God. ¡Coño, carajo, hijo de la gran puta mierda! ¿Qué yo te dije a ti? Que si algo está pasando que tú me tienes que decir. Me tienes que decir, coño. Si no me lo dices, ¿cómo yo lo voy a arreglar? ¿Eh? ¿Eh? No me vengas con ese cuento ya. Que te voy a meter. Te voy a meter, coño. Te lo meto yo.
Oh man. Now I'm back. So this is what's been going on. And that's what's happening. And yes, this has been happening towards weeks of what was going on. So I'm not really upset about this. It's been dealing with this for a while. So let's go ahead and bring up something that happened. I'll bring up the whole news.
Good. Yes, we got it.
By Hero Hay of all people. So let's go ahead and bring him up in there.
Just in my first segment of the day this morning, Silvervale has made her epic return to Twitch, streaming Hogwarts Legacy despite the massive amount. Well, actually, not really a massive amount. A lot of people were upset with her. By far, there's a massive amount of people supporting her, so that's why I wanted to rephrase that. And she's playing the game. And the group of people that were upset at her and trying to harass her and get her to not play this game, they're now very, very upset that she has returned and is still playing it. That's what this segment's about. I'm going to show you their angry responses, some of these tweets going kind of viral, getting really, really mad at Silvervale. And also, I want to mention, I completely acknowledge we've been talking about this Hogwarts Legacy VTuber news a lot lately. It's the news cycle that we're in. I did try to switch it up a bit the other day by talking about Keanu Reeves. If you want to know what happened in that segment, check out the morning segment. I discussed it there very briefly, and I don't want to repeat myself. Point is, I'm acknowledging that we're talking about this stuff a lot, and I did try to give it a little bit of a divergence, but yeah, it had a little bit of an issue. And here's the thing, though. I'm back talking about this stuff because ultimately, I think you're going to find this segment entertaining, and I hope you do. So let's get to it.
And to all of the cockroach V-tweeters crawling out from under the floorboards, climbing onto the hate train and making fun of a girl crying after being harassed incessantly for your crumb of clout, fuck you. That's all I had to say.
Silver noted, silver noted, silver noted, silver noted.
Nice seeing her happy and laughing like that. A couple side notes about that. I had to play it a couple times back because I thought she said a bro crying. I'm pretty sure she said a girl crying though, which obviously makes a lot more sense. She's referring to herself. And you know, like the whole clip that went viral the other day of her crying from the harassment and doxing stuff and all that. So I think we're on the same page now. Second side note, excuse me. Apparently some people are just mad at her for having like trans-esque color schemes as her VTuber aesthetic, like the light/pastel pink blue, and the fact that her skin's white. They're saying it's like co-opting the trans flag or something. Once again, though, let me say shout out to the reasonable trans people out there that are probably like tune into these videos even and watch stuff like this. I feel bad. Like, imagine how they feel seeing this stuff. They're probably just like, face palming, and that's probably an understatement. Now, let's take a look at some of the V-tweeters angry at Silvervale. This is the only thing I'll say about the Silvervale thing. She didn't deserve death threats and doxing. However, oh, you know it's great when someone says but or however after something like that? Let's keep reading. She did not handle the situation professionally. She still is planning on playing the game in question. And, I'm going to stop you right there before we and anything. It's just really funny how Seppi the Seal and so many other V-tweeters, of course there's many examples of this, I'm just showing you some as we talk about what's going on. It's really funny though how these V-tweeters want to try and lecture Silvervale, one of the most successful VTubers, on how she should run her channel and on professionalism. She used multiple dog whistles in her non-apology, even if not purposeful. This also spawned a lot of bigots and TERFs to feel comfortable in her cozy streams. Prove it. As a non-binary Jewish person, I don't feel safe in her community because of what happened and how it was handled. Well, Seppi can feel that way. However, I know gender non-conforming Jewish people who do feel safe in her community. Also, the fact that she's been playing the game in different categories, such as just chatting to avoid more backlash, is super tone deaf and confirmation that she does understand she's in the wrong. Except she did also use the Hogwarts Legacy tag, so nice try. All right, last couple tweets about this nonsense. SV, Silvervale. Ugh. I'm having too much fun reading this stuff. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Silvervale has made her stance very clear, which, yes, is a political one. Cry about it. She has made... Who's crying here? Come on. She has made it clear what her priorities are, and that trans folk being upset/in danger are the same as those harassing her. Her community has been engaging in wild hate campaigns, literally driving trans creators off the platform. Yeah, this person says that, but they provide no proof of that being the case. Furthermore, there was an argument made a couple of days ago saying that all the harassers were actually like right-wing psyops and it wasn't real trans people. Guess what? Silvervale, if she wanted to, her community, if they wanted to, could use that same argument against your point now. She could easily say, they could easily say, well, anyone doing that isn't a part of our community. It's just psyops. It's just psyops. That's all that is. And I specifically referenced that take because it was one of the viral ones. And I think it was even from like a Twitch employee or something like that. I probably was slightly off, like Twitch ambassador, Twitch employee, something like that though. Her decision carries with it the approval of said behavior. Myself and many other trans people are clearly not welcome, or at the very least will not be safe with her. Oh yeah, Silvervale, she's such a dangerous woman. She's gonna hunt you down from her chat and like warp reality, like drag you out of your room through the computer screen into the ether or something. Like, what are these people even talking about? Not safe. She's a freaking VTuber. What's she gonna do? I swear, I gotta question how privileged these people are. And I use that word intentionally because it does seem like privilege. You know, a lot of people are afraid because they got like abusive parents or they got gang violence in areas that they live, or like on the way to school or on the way to work, they might pass by a certain area with high gang violence, for example. Now, usually gang violence will happen to other gangs predominantly, not just random people, but it does happen on occasion. And sometimes not even purposefully. You could have two gangs going at it and some people just get caught in the crossfires. That does happen too. But yeah, forget about all that. Forget about all that stuff. What's really terrifying is Silvervale. It's freaking terrifying. Oh my gosh. Wait, did she literally refer to transgender? people as freaks, lumped all the people upset with her at playing the game as freaks. She did not distinguish between those upset and those harassing her. She needs to get her audience under control. People are graduating due to the harassment they are receiving. The fact she won't do something as simple as that tells you where her ideals lie. I haven't actually seen any evidence of a VTuber graduating because of this stuff. Like, I've seen a couple of VTweeters claim that they're graduating, and then I took a look at their Twitch and they stream like twice a year. So like they never really, there wasn't much to graduate from is my point. Like, it seems mostly like people just want an excuse to say, hey, I'm quitting this whole VTuber thing. Reality is it didn't work out for them. They never took it seriously and never wanted to take it seriously and never wanted to put in the work. But hey, now they got an excuse to say why they failed. And then going back to where people were saying, did she really refer to transgender people as freaks? And then this other person's just gaslighting the person above by pretending like Silverveil actually did that, which she didn't. Though the person above should fact check this too, and apparently they didn't, despite the fact that the clip is literally right above. You can see it right here. We'll skip to like 47 seconds. I actually played this earlier, or I think it was in the first segment of the day. I forget now, but here you go.
LGBT people are awesome. Twitter people are not awesome.
So it's very obvious that she was not referring to transgender people as that. Like, people are just lying about her, and they're lying to trans people. Like, trans people are being gaslit by these so-called activists and stuff. It's the weirdest thing, man. It's very obvious that Silverveil was referring to the people on Twitter that are harassing people, that are doxing people, or trying to dox people. She's referring to all that stuff, obviously. I find it highly unlikely that these people don't notice that. It seems more likely that they're just operating in bad faith, and or people really, really, really want to be the victim. They can't stand that Silverveil is a victim. They can't stand that she was the one who was wronged. And they can't stand that she's gotten a ton of attention from this, and they can't stand that she apparently has trans colors as well. I think that Iron Mouse clip, I think I listened to it too much. It's kind of like subconsciously controlling my mind for a second. There was like that clip of Iron Mouse being like, and no one, and I forget what else she said. And she's like, and no one deserves to be harassed or whatever, you know, like she said in that clip I played the other day on the channel, that segment, if you saw it, maybe you saw the clip elsewhere. And just a moment ago in this video, I'm like, they can't stand, and they can't stand. I don't know, kind of felt like Iron Mouse was controlling my mind. You know what? I think these VTubers are right. These VTweeters are right. These girls are dangerous. Silverveil's dangerous. Iron Mouse is dangerous. These girls are dangerous, and now I got an excuse to never leave my house again. So that works out very, very well. I'm obviously kidding, guys. It's a joke. But we'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed this segment. As always,
I guess I should try to explain this to people, and I'm gonna be nice about this in a nice way. If you're so adamant about these issues because you failed at one thing and decided to do a bad idea of harassing a person online, and this is the thing that people have been trying to point out, you wouldn't be using Twitter because I hate to say this, you're contributing to the harassment of the trans identity by destroying it yourselves, because every time you post on Twitter, you're not only contributing money to a transphobe, you're contributing money to a billionaire who's selling electric cars. And yet you guys are so into this whole LGBTQ business to the point that you're so obsessive about it that you get upset over the fact that people are fighting so hard. But you failed at the fact that people don't really care. They just want to be a freaking wizard. So what do you think, man? YouTube. Let's talk about this. Oh my God. No. Oh yes. Crayon Shin-Chan is now going to be a 3D anime. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a 3D anime. Oh my God. Like, no joke. You're going to see this. Like, yes, we're going to see Shin-Chan as a 3D anime, as a movie. No joke. I'm going to try to at least play a little short clip of this. You can see right there, that's the clip. But I'm going to probably get demonetized because I showed a clip of Crayon Shin-Chan being a 3D animation movie that they're going to bring out on August 4th. Oh my goodness. That's going to be fun. Oh, they're bringing out a season 2 for... Oh, they're bringing out another season of Ume Matsume Pretty Derby. I can't believe that's getting a 3rd season. And The Eminence of the Shadows getting a 2nd season. Let's see. And there's some interesting news. My Clueless Friend anime reveals Akira Shoten launches the new webtoons brand J-Toon. So Yumi Monomo returns to Gundam Witch for Mercury Anime as Naki for... Oh, that's good because she actually... Oh, they're bringing out a new Zoids franchise? Cool. For the 40th anniversary, they're bringing that out. I gotta check this out. I'm sorry, I'm kind of a Zoids... I kind of miss the old Zoids thing. So I'm gonna try to at least play the Zoids 40th anniversary. By the looks of it, coming in spring. He's coming back, at least promise. It's been made, don't miss it. Zoid's 40th anniversary. Let's see. Brian Otachi performs the new themes for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush anime. Spy Family Original Sin nominated for Tezuka Cultural Award prizes, which is good news. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime gets a 3-episode original 10th anniversary story with manga. That's good. That's good news. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. Everything okay? Well, in the meantime, I guess I should probably talk about this because this is kind of funny. Nintendo announced it that earlier today. I sent an email to employees announcing that I'll be stepping down from the role of head of YouTube. Well, yeah, that thing. But the other one about the whole Bloomberg article that Nintendo is like 10% of Saudi Arabia, their shares. Saudi Arabia becomes the largest outside shareholder of Nintendo. Public Investment Fund holds 8.3% of Nintendo. Filling shows the Crown Prince wants to make Saudi Arabia the gaming hub. Yeah, I do recall the Saudi Prince did mention that he's planning to make a gaming hub in Saudi Arabia, like the biggest competition for tourism in the country. That's what I think he's doing. A lot of people have talked about this before, because considering that he invested into this whole situation with Nintendo, I guess he really wants to put his investments into this whole thing, which he can't afford to do, which he can because he. Which is kind of funny, though, because he actually is under the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Saudi Arabia is making a concentrated push into the games esports industry, notably to set up a Savvy Games group under the PF umbrella of $38 billion budget for a longtime industry veteran in change. Sav, this is a week revealed the foray into China's game sector. 260 million investment in Tencent Holdings, backed a competitive gaming organizer. The latest Nintendo stake purchase made in investment purposes. Filling said Nintendo representative said the company doesn't comment on specific shareholders. PFI didn't immediately respond to the request for comment. It's tough. It's a tough bet against the PFI due to its size of the market. The UBS analyst Kenji Fukuyama said the fund may underpin Nintendo shares if continues to increase its stake. So this is what's going on along with Nexium, Street Fighter, Capcom Co. 2022. Growing portfolio of games of entertainment film firms now includes Activision Blizzard, Electronic Arts, Take-Two Interactive Inc., Tecmo Holdings, data complied by Bloomberg show. Nintendo purchases as well as investments in the game companies around the world as part of Saudi Arabia's long-term project to become less relevant on oil, said Akira Toriyaki, the consultant who works in the Japanese company exporting pop culture content to the Middle East. The wealth fund's investments are guided by Saudi Arabia's state goals in 2030, which includes building a strategic economic partnership, bringing home cutting-edge technology. Some of the technologies PFI has targeted, including renewable energy, big data, analysts, entertainment content. The PIF is bankrolling constructions of Neom, futuristic city in northwest Saudi Arabia, which plans to market the region's first gaming hub. It will house a campus to draw business and development artists collaborating on games marketing documents say. So the MSI is making the attempt to rebuild the relations with Washington after killing of Washington Post columnist Jamal. Oh, they're bringing that up. Yeah, that's what they're doing. It was behind the PFI, $45 billion investment in tech investors, SoftBank Group Corp. The Vision Fund moved the Spirit multi-year effort to obtain footholds on the world's most prominent startups. I think PFI is not done. Wouldn't be surprised if it continues to increase its stake in Nintendo's going forward, Tokyo-based industry consultant Seiki Tokyo said. So, this is nothing new, because I remember seeing a video by the Saudi prince talking about his investment into the esports thing, because he wants to see that he wants to see that future happen, which I would say if he wants to, he could make his own esports event, and it would probably be bigger than Evo if he wanted to make that happen. Because I have a feeling that the Saudi prince, because he could afford to do that. He could make a less than $1 billion or $32 billion. I don't care no matter how much he's going to invest into it. He could make it a sports event that would be bigger if he had like hotels invested. To make it like the biggest esports event in history. Buy Evo and turn it into an esports event that would make Evo look bad. That's what I think he's trying to do, and that would actually help for tourism. If you would pay me that much money, I would give you that much advice on doing so. You can run sports events. You could run any sort of things and see what happens. But as far as I know, this would probably be, by the looks of what the Saudi prince is doing, because he invested his money into SNK. He invested his money into SNK, which I heard about years back. And then he announced this whole esports investment that he did to make his own esports business, which I will say it's a smart game plan for him. And I think if he wants to, he could make his own esports event. Call it the Saudi, Crown. I don't know what you would call it. I don't know if you want to call it an acronym. You can call it something cool. Market it as something that, if you want to, you can pay me millions of dollars to give you some creative ideas, man. I would love to work with you. But as far as I know, I'm not. Just call me up if you want to. Send a message. I don't care. If you want to, call me up. Let me see here. I'll be right back. I just got to go take care of something. So here we go. This is what I'm going to do because I got to take care of something here. I'm back. All right, I'm back. Sorry it took so long. Had to take care of some stuff. Anyways, yeah, the whole Saudi prince buying out this stuff, he becomes the largest owner for Nintendo.
What I missed?
You missed the news about the Saudi prince buying out...
Nintendo.
Yeah. So, yeah, he bought some shares in Nintendo. But you know what he's trying to do, right?
What?
He's trying to do an esports event.
And Nintendo doesn't really take kindly to anything fan related.
I know, but
they are the Ferrari of video games.
Yeah. But the funny thing is that he's doing an esports thing. Like, he invested into esports. Like, he bought out SNK, remember?
Really?
Yeah, he bought out some stock in SNK.
That's crazy, though. No, seriously.
Which is what's going on. Like, he basically said Saudi Arabia outlines plans to invest into a $38 billion esports. So the thing about this is that he's been planning this for a long time. Yeah, plus I had to do that whole be right back sign thing. And of course they found out that one of the princes in Saudi Arabia is into weeb shit. Cuz they found his whatchamacallit,
He's my anime list?
Yeah, not his anime list, but his whatchamacallit. They found out that he had a Steam profile. And they were shocked to find out he had some weeb games.
He's a man of culture.
Yep, he's a man of culture. That's why he's investing into Nintendo and all that other stuff.
I mean, I'm a little bit surprised, to be honest. What the hell?
Yeah, what's going on?
This is more about W, but Demon Slayer will appear in high school Japanese language textbooks starting this April.
Wow.
Second Shonen Jump series that has done this is Dragon Ball Z. This is Dragon Ball.
Ah.
Demon Slayer will be the first manga to appear in a literature textbook.
Yeah.
Source, Speed, Anime, Senpai.net. Good. I mean, considering how overwhelmingly positive the reception is for the show, and I personally like it as well. It's perfect.
This is funny. Well, at least it's not that bad. Like, I was like looking at something today. Someone actually made a meme of this. This is kind of hilarious.
Oh god.
This is kind of hilarious. This is like a really good meme.
Not that. I was eating these sun chips that that have jalapeno.
Oh yeah, when it has jalapeno in it, it means that it's hot as heck sometimes.
I don't feel. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. No thanks. It's 50% accidents. Please no. It's the biggest discount I've ever given. No, fuck you.
But I know. I'm like, no way.
I ain't sipping.
I know, because that's kind of how most people feel.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to simp for your 6'5" for your 6'5" out of 10 buddy.
Yeah.
You mid bitch.
I think it's kind of funny though. That's actually a really good meme.
Yes. I was watching this response to Harenko's Atomic Heart video by Brent of Art.
Yeah.
Fun fact: that video actually. Fun fact: that video. That video that he made, that Haruko made about Atomic Heart, has 170,000 dislikes.
Wow.
Compared to maybe 60,000.
60,000 versus, yeah. So he had like 60,000 likes while the other people are trying to 60 something dislikes. Kung Fu Man's playing Atomic Hearts now.
Oh no! Get a load of this. That one part, that part of the introduction where he told people to click off. I'm pretty sure you have a Joe Rogan podcast you're missing, or you should be playing Call of Duty. That's one of the most condescending things I've ever seen in a video. I mean, you just bet on your fucking audience. You wanted to make a persuasive argument, but you ended up shooting yourself in the foot.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, that's what happened to your country, bro, but talking down to your audience isn't going to help. Anyways.
Yeah, One Piece, Chapter 1, Malfunction Mayhem, Spark Terror. Isn't this Daft Punk?
I'm watching now.
No, I'm looking at this manga panel. It looks like they were doing Daft Punk on this chapter.
Holy shit, it is.
Yeah. It looked like the guy drew Daft Punk, but trying to make fun of him.
I don't know.
Yeah, because Shonen Jump's trying to do a free chapter read of One Piece.
Oh no, Ikichi Oda is that kind of guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't be surprised. I mean, I was watching a game show and there was this kid with a One Piece shirt featuring Uta, one of the characters from the new movie.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this man's one of me. This guy's doing me for real. Well, not really, but you know.
Yeah.
And then I saw what he said in the back. Chong Li. Fuck. Wait to tell people that you play Genshin, my man.
Yeah.
And holy shit, good taste. Good taste. I hope Chong Li is a character.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. It is ironic that regarding these people were going after Super Veil and calling her a white girl. Well, maybe sorry, they were going like white tears and shit. Who else in that rabbit hole?
Probably.
I mean, February has been euphoric. 2 controversial video games, and the responses of the people who
In what way?
they were trying to boycott. Remember? Oh, the guy who made that one Atomic Heart video is also talk shit about the Harry Potter game.
Oh,
Yeah, that didn't help either.
yeah, that doesn't work that way. That wouldn't work.
I don't even watch Hey anymore, so
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. It's like, look, I don't care if the game came from China, yet people still play the game from China.
that part actually has me a bit concerned because guess who owns Munfish? At least part of it.
Tencent?
Tencent. As in 10 cents.
Yeah.
Getting their hands pretty much nearly everything.
Yeah, they're pretty much investing into anything they can get their hands on. So yeah, it's pretty bad.
At least that part. At least that part. I wouldn't buy it because of Tencent. They actually make EA look like saints.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
The ironic thing is, well, what isn't owned by Tencent now? It's like nearly all the.
But at least they don't try to, force, even though they have the game transactions and all that other stuff, they actually put out the work on it. And it's like, you kind of do respect them, but at the same time you don't. And it's like, yeah, they create good games, and they try to put, even though it's not the best games ever made, but they put out the games that they at least try to put effort into. EA doesn't even try to. They just basically said, okay, we're gonna put this game out there, and then charge a bunch of money, thinking that rich people would buy this.
Oh yeah, same with Need for Speed.
Yeah.
This also happened with the latest Need for Speed thing.
Yeah, that's kind of their mentality. They think like Donald Trump style business. We're gonna make this. We're gonna make this, like he puts like the building. Like the building's worth about $1,000, and then he can over exaggerate the price to $1 million. And charge you money for that house. Like, you need to take a shower? Okay, that would cost you a DLC of $5. Oh, you need a bathroom? Oh, that would cost you more than that. That was $10,000.
There's a reason why. So I'm watching this video, and yeah, definitely. There's a reason why they didn't talk about the Ukrainian war, because if someone from Monfish would be caught talking shit about the war, well, they'd be thrown into prison.
Yeah. And they don't want to talk about the war. They want to put out a game.
Oh, let's say something positive. Oh, we're doing a tournament in a couple of days.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, Outpost 13 is going to make. We're doing a race tournament, and the game we picked was San Francisco 2040. San Francisco Rush 2049 for the Sega Dreamcast. We're playing it up 5K.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up the game actually runs on 5K. I was playing it last night and it was
So it could actually
Okay.
run,
Mm-hmm.
and it can be emulated too.
Oh yeah. In
Alright.
fact, I actually downloaded Redream because I don't know how to work on Flycast,
Oh, fair enough.
but I downloaded both. And now that I think about it, it has been a. I only played the arcade version of the game
Mm-hmm.
rather than the at least. Oh, okay. So besides this,
Yeah.
Honor of Kings. Whoa. Huh. So Tencent is going to be releasing a new Honor of Kings game. It's going to be called Honor of Kings World.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah, let me find the all right, let me find the announcement real quick. That would be yeah. There we go. This Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It'll be like 7 o'clock, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a game that I heard so much about that a lot of people were talking about. It's called Hammer. It's like a 3D indie video game.
Never heard of it.
This is like the demo that they're showing right now. This is an example of it. It's like a third person, which came out in 2022, and it's not like the perfect mecha game, but it's kind of like a third person shooter game. Now it shows you like the controls and everything. Like this is the example of it. Like it's trying to show you like the movement speed, even though the frame rate isn't perfect, but you can tell that they actually put a lot of work into it. Like they're trying to show you, like it feels like Armored Core in a way. If Armored Core was made this way.
It looks. Oh, it's cell shading.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It is cell shading.
Yeah, it's cell shading.
Oh, okay.
It's not perfect, but after looking at the game itself, like people were like showing like the
Looks like it's made
you
with
could actually
Unity.
damage the buildings and everything.
Looks like it's made. Let me see. Looks like it's made with Unity.
Yeah, that's probably what it was, because the guy made an independent game, and you can tell that the guy actually is knocking down like buildings and everything.
The
Objects and everything. Like he's basically like messing with the environment.
Oh, okay. So it's on. Okay, so you can download the demo through itch.io.
Yeah. And you can tell.
Unfinished, quick and dirty, boost and shooty match game. Don't forget to include a reference text file. Have fun. Of course, go KVM and gamepad for gameplay, but the new stuff is rough as hell and not usable with gamepad yet. But if it's beneficial. And yeah, it started off as a learning project to make things walking. Yeah, it is Unity.
Yeah.
It's still called Walker in places. Sounds and music are placeholders. Begins are Fox Energy on OpenGamer.org. And Kenny's voiceover for the parts. There's also some Quake and Half-Life stuff in there.
Yep.
Okay, you can download the set file for Walker. For the Walker and the custom body set file is 83 kilobytes, and the Walker file is 45 megabytes. apparently the latest version isn't working.
Yeah, from what I heard, it's still they're still making this game. It's under development. But it looks like Armored Core in a way, but it isn't.
Yeah, and the case of one before you be it doesn't have your build your own mecha like Armored Core has.
Yeah, which is kind of what a lot of people are kind of questioning. Like, is this going to be a build your own mecha game, or yeah, like that's what people missed about Armored Core. And then they announced that they're going to make Armored Core.
You remember? Did you used to buy dude? Did you used to buy tips and tricks back in the day?
Tips and tricks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have them. I still have a few of those magazines. Some of them are pretty old, but they're pretty good.
Man, I only had 2 of them, but the one actually didn't survive.
Yeah, they're pretty old magazines, and plus, people, it's very hard. It's very hard because they actually have the old codes. Like a lot of them have the old codes to the old like NES to Sega to Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, PlayStation, Dreamcast.
The ones I had were from like the
90s.
Let's say early
2000.
late 90s, like 1999 or so.
Yeah, 96 and 97.
Anyways, they used to have this section when the second Armored Core game came out.
Yeah.
Where you could send out your custom build and it would be showcased in the magazine.
I remembered that.
A friend of mine who used to go. He was a classmate. He actually sent one.
He sent one, and it got in there.
I don't know if he got in there because he did say that he wanted to send one of the memory cards in there. He was really into RPGs back in the day. Like he loves mecha, but he's also into JRPGs.
So he could have just copied. I guess he couldn't afford to, but he could copy the memory into another card and then send it out.
Yeah, I remember there was a rule that said once you send them your memory card to them, they'll never get it back. That's theirs.
Yeah.
I wonder if that still applies because the company is now extinct.
Yeah, they no longer are around.
They became they probably sold them or something. Either way.
Yeah, sold it, but they also disappeared. Which the company that they had went to whatchamacallit, I believe. What was it? Oh man, it's been a while. Because the only ones that survived that were in the magazine industry were Xenophat, whatever it's called. Starts with a Z. But they were known to help make the game Skyrim.
Seth Davis?
Yes, Zeph Davis.
No, wait, Seth Davis. That's oh wait, that's not it. I was thinking. Oh no, that's not Seth Davis. Let's see if I can find anything. Oh yeah, Seth Davis used to own official PlayStation magazine.
Yeah, and they used to have They used to have the website called One Up Game Spy. You remember Game Spy, right?
Yeah. Every half the games I had were powered by GameSpy.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff that GameSpy used to do, because they used to have servers for everything, and then GameSpy. And then I used to remember OneUp. I used to hang out at OneUp.com until they decided to delete my page. I liked it OneUp, but they were just.
They also had games for Windows.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find that. Let's see. They're now pretty much the owners of Mashable.
Yeah.
And IGN, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, IGN, because they've been known to like publish a lot of stuff. Like PC, I think it was PC Gaming was another one that they owned.
Hold the phone.
Yep, Zap Davis almost owns PC Magazine and PC Mag.
I searched tips for tricks. I searched tips for tips or. I searched tips and tricks on Wikipedia, and it sent me to Larry Flint's publications.
Larry Flint.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was. Holy shit! What the fuck?
Yeah.
They all. It was a Larry Flint magazine. What the hell? No, seriously. The magazine was published by Larry Flint Publications.
I didn't that's a big surprise.
God damn.
Yep, aka Hustler Magazine.
Shit! I should have subscribed to Tips and Tricks back in those days. Unfortunately.
Yeah, because
I missed
it was a really good magazine for its time because it helped.
Magazine saved my ass more than once.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize those books helped a lot of people get through hard times, especially cheat codes. Like the thing, but surprisingly, you know what's so funny? People are actually uploading them on the internet.
Yeah, they're uploading as PDF files. I actually have one.
Yeah.
Of all things, it was one I used to have that had the strategy guide for Ridge Racer 5.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is the example of it. Like, this is kind of the example of it. This is the PDF of one of the old Tips and Tricks magazine's premiere issue, which features Mortal Kombat 2, which I remember was released in Sega when I was like in my teens. This was released around when I was a teenager, and it tells you the tips and everything. Like, it tells you the guides on everything. And this is what they try to do to advertise games. Yes, they made an RPG of Lord of the Rings on Super Nintendo. And it was an RPG by Interplay.
Oh my god.
Yep. And this is how they advertise.
There was also an interesting art. There was also an art feature like Game Pro. Like, you could also see them. I remember you could see them with the cheat codes.
Yep.
You can see the artwork.
You can see right here, these are the cheat codes for games. Like, this is what they do. This is the Sega Genesis section, for example, because unfortunately the guys that published this were mostly Sega nerds that liked this stuff.
I mean, I'd rather play the Sega anything than Nintendo these days.
I know.
Super cheats for microaggressions. I have that game on the Genesis emulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it. It's actually pretty. It's actually
David
not
Perry,
bad.
what is?
Okay, Game Pro, Famitsu. Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Yep.
Okay, EGM Media. That was another one I used to subscribe to. Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Yep. Electronic Game
back
Monthly.
when-
They still have a website though. Electronic Games. Tips and tricks.
No, like
Zombies ate my neighbors.
no, but back. I remember back when those magazines were thick, like phone book thick.
Yeah. They were thick.
That's what I loved about. That's what I loved about those magazines. They were back in the day.
Prize Fighter.
They were so fat, and I could get a lot. I could get a lot for my money. I mean, $6 for that gaming magazine.
I remember playing this game. Actually, the shooter version of it. Sonic CD.
Man, that one horror game legit reminds me of Splatterhouse.
Yep.
Final Fight.
Rock and Roll Racing.
Damn. I actually played that. Yeah,
Night Trap.
on Genesis.
Let's see what it's called. Double Switch. That's what it's called.
Dude, I actually played that one on the Sega Genesis. Rock and Roll Racing.
I believe I have the Nintendo game of this.
Yeah, like straight up all the songs were MIDI versions
Double
of
Switch.
Like King by Tim Lacey.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it was Speed King by Deep Purple.
Yep.
For example, and I remember
this is
there
the
was
script for Double Switch. I have it on Nintendo. I have it on the Nintendo Switch, the physical copy, because I bought it off of Limited Run. Holy crap! It actually has the times for them.
"9/11" is a joke.
Mortal Kombat. And this is the 1994 issue of Tips and Tricks.
Oh God! Fucking! Oh yeah, this was one of those. This is one of those FMB games.
Yeah. I actually
Time
have
Warp.
that game.
Yeah, Time Warp. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Time Warp was awesomely bad. It was actually awesomely bad.
Yep. And this is kind of the funny thing. Like, this is what we're expecting. Like, Prince of Persia on Sega Genesis.
Jesus, look at that. You got all these motherfuckers from Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, this is like the late 90s. And this is what I remember playing.
Mid 90s.
Yeah.
Dude, back when the ads were made with fucking airbrush.
Yep.
Cause that shit was insane.
Pinball Dreams. Common like that. That's how computer. That's how it was back then.
You don't have to tell me.
Clay fighters. When they used actual animation to do it.
Kakuma Knight.
Right in. Like this is what we grew up on.
Oh no! Fucking Clay Fighter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is what we grew up on. Like this is the Batman Returns. Like this is like there's a secret code for this. The password for you can see right here. This is written on here. Y star 3122 to get.
You got shit from Atari Jaguar.
Yep.
I mean, back when it was new. You know?
Yeah, this is what I remember when I was a kid. Like this is the stuff that even the Game Genie codes. Game Genie.
Oh yes, Game Genie.
Yeah, this is
The
like even the Street
prototype of
Fighter.
game.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition, Capcom's NES. Hard special moves become light. E Honda's hard sumo headbutts are faster. Sagat's hard tiger uppercut goes farther. Like, these are the codes for it. If you want a challenge, go ahead. There's even the Toe and Mac Star Wars, Super Star Wars Empire Strikes Back for NES.
Man, you got a
Action
Secret
Replay.
of Mana.
Yep, and this is a commercial for Atari Jaguar.
I had never met anyone who owned an Atari Jaguar.
That's because it wasn't really a very popular system when I remembered, because it wasn't really widely sold in stores.
It wasn't affordable either. It wasn't affordable either. I remember it was something like, from what I'm gathering from that AVGN episode, these things were worth at least $500 to $700.
Yeah.
In 1993.
Yeah. And it wasn't very popular as a system. Although it had really good games, a lot of people... Oh, I remember. I have the Ninja Warriors. This is like an arcade game that I would love to see. I would love to play it, but it's like it's only like on console for Super Nintendo. I have that game. Like, that's kind of what this is kind of what you're looking at right now. Like the guy, I can't believe someone would upload that one. The back issues for #1, back issues for November 1995. Like, these were all the issues that they had in the early 1990s. Which can't be found anymore.
So I'm trying to check if there's for the first issue of Tips and Tricks.
Yeah.
On eBay.
There's also, it's very, I'm assuming it's probably going to be very expensive to get those things, because I remember, like, just to get the codes for certain, like, even for imported games, it wasn't easy.
All right, March 95, right? That's the first issue?
They say the first issue that came out was in 94. Spring of 94.
Okay. I found one from March 1995.
Yeah.
$49.99.
$49 for $40? Yeah.
Yes.
Fair enough. I guess they want to make money off of it.
A lot of gaming magazines for $16.80.
Jesus.
A 1998 Mega Man Legends issue of Tips and Tricks.
Yeah, that would cost money.
$90.
$90, yeah, because they want to get past the certain things on the stages. I can understand.
Okay, this is the May 1996 issue.
When Sega
God, the fucking ads. Oh, the Game Boy Pocket. Holy shit.
Yep.
God, these ads were wild.
Yeah, they were. Including the little arcade brigade. You know, the little comic strips that they used to do?
Oh, yeah.
The little comic strips, like in the magazines. The most popular one, I think, was Penny Arcade. Penny Arcade was one of them.
There was also EGM Sue and Chan.
Yeah, Sue and Chan was okay too. I wish they would have continued online.
I do remember they have a YouTube channel.
Yep. Okay, cool. Now I can use this to play the game. Trying to figure out where to go. This is like the N64 version of Turok. I need to look up Turok 2 because I'm trying to play that game on my Nintendo Switch. Spider. Huh.
You know, it's a damn shame I had to get rid of my video game magazine collection, but I still have half the car magazine collections from my middle school years.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I had to get rid of Jay and Silent Bob's Mall Brawl today because, and funny thing, it got sold out in one day because they liked the sound. According to the guy, he liked the soundtrack of the game.
So there was a racing issue of Tips and Tricks.
Yep.
Okay, so Cover basically has Ridge Racer Type 4, Need for Speed High Stakes, Speed Adventure Racing, and Roll Cage. Also Adventure Race 2, Final Fantasy 7, 8. $10.
Yeah.
Well, plus, oh shit, that's a Alpine Surfer.
Yeah, that's an arcade game.
Oh yeah, that was the one where you. It was a snowboarding game.
Yeah. Soul Blade X. Crep Killer. That's like the FMB game. Actually, Crep Killer was actually a.
Speaking of memory trip, I've been playing San Francisco Rush 2049. Oh yeah, Soul Blade was actually the first. Soul Blade was actually the first Soul Calibur game.
Yeah. And it was a really good fighting game too.
Yeah, it was actually the first one. Then if I recall, they changed the name to Soul Calibur.
Yeah, and here's the thing about this one. Star Fox. This is their score for it. 6/97. 6/97. These are the dates.
Oh. Rallycross. Oh, I actually have that game in a PlayStation emulator.
Vandal Hearts. I remember this game. A lot of people told me it was a really good game. But Crypt Killer was like a shooter. Virtual Pool.
Rallycross was actually pretty good for its time.
Yeah, Clay Fighters. I would say it was a pretty fun game because they actually spawned a lot of sequels.
Well, I do remember that one fighter that never came out. It was it was Tattoo Fighter.
Yeah. And the question is, when are they going to put out Street Fighter EX in the Street Fighter collection? They never released it on the Street Fighter collection. Because I remember this is like a 3D fighting game that they try to attempt.
I never heard this one. GTA Club.
GTA Club?
GTA Club Super Mini Festa. Okay, so this is a Konami game.
Yep. They made some racing games. Here's Super GT.
Oh, I see. I'm looking at the.
Known as Scud Race in Japan, it's a driving game that plays much like Daytona USA, but fewer exceptions.
Yeah, here's the thing. It actually runs on the same engine as Daytona.
Yeah.
Only except the stock cars you get to drive for less race cars.
Yeah, which actually has a lot more graphic fidelity than Daytona.
Yeah, I remember I remember you could drive the Dodge Viper GTSR, the Porsche 993 GT.
Yeah. And oh, here comes the tips and tricks. Remember this. Remember this section.
For the Ferrari F40 Competizione and the McLaren F1.
Yeah, look at the tips for Wave Racer 64.
Dude, you should see the cheat codes for fucking GoldenEye 64. It was only 3 pages long.
Yep. Cheat mode. For the code, you have to enter this code. For Alien Trilogy. Ace Combat. For PlayStation. Battle Arena to Shinden. Boss code.
Oh, Air Combat. Yeah, that was the first. That was it first. I should have. Oh, man, I remember someone was selling it. I should have bought it. Basically, it was the first Ace Combat game.
Yep. Yeah, it was the very first on PlayStation. Then they brought out 2 and then 3. Man.
Ask, see, and ye shall receive.
Yeah. Battle Arena to Shinden 2. Like, I wish they would have brought out more fighting games for Battle Arena to Shinden, because it was actually a really fun fighting game. But sadly, it didn't sell well, and they had to stop.
Alright, so you got the sequel.
Destruction Derby.
I actually had that one. I don't know if I still have the emulator, but
Loaded.
I don't know if I still have the emulator, but
Motor Tune
I did.
Grand Prix.
I actually rented Destruction Derby back in the day.
Yeah.
Around 1999 to early 2000.
Let's
for one
see
weekend.
here. Need for Speed, Hidden Tricks.
Motor 2 Grand Prix. Oh, you know what that game is?
What?
Motor 2 Grand Prix.
Yeah, and there's Ridge Racer, the first one.
No. Here's the thing. That game was the prototype for Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that one kart game that they made, that Sony made.
Yeah.
But the guy who created it was none other than Kazunori Yamauchi, the man responsible for the Gran Turismo series.
Which was Ridge Racer, right?
No, that was Namco.
Yeah, Namco. Let's see, Revolutionary X, I remember that. That was like the arcade game. It was on Sega as well. I remember that.
Yeah,
Persona.
Man, I tried Rayman, but I couldn't get past the first level.
Yeah, Rise 2 Resurrection, Robo Pit, Robotron, Street Fighter Alpha 2,
Ridge Racer. Yeah. Man, I'll be honest with you.
Star Gladiator was another one.
All right, we got the first Persona. Well, not really. Yeah, it is the first Persona.
And then they had the Street Fighter movie game.
Oh,
Tokyo
yeah.
Highway Battle. Tokyo Highway Battle, which is another one that...
I actually tried that one.
How was it?
It's actually... In fact, it's actually from the same people who made Tokyo Stream Racer.
Here's something. Tommy Tirico, the composer behind the music, like right now he's in big trouble. Behind the music of Earthworm Jim and Skeleton Warriors and more. See, we're told the uniqueness of the Electric Playground is a show about video games and actually avoids all the kiddie shows, hype, and programs like that other video game TV shows. Tommy is the host of the Electric Playground. He's the perfect man for the job with his hands-on knowledge in video games and industry contacts. The guy's a natural. The pilot episode we saw lots of great reasons why this previous arcade footage interviews the creators of Mortal Kombat and Earthworm Jim, even in-depth profiles of the making of Eidos Tomb Raider and Atari Games' new San Francisco Rush coin-op. We also love celebrity interviews. Your host, Tommy Tirico from Electric... Yeah, an Electric Playground was also around in the 90s. but it was only available in Canada.
Okay.
And that's how he got his job on G4.
Man.
Yep, because he was in the video game industry for a long time.
I mean, Timmy Tallarico was famous as a music composer for video games. I mean,
and he was the perfect host for the electric program, which his friend whatchamacallit, which is the same also called EB Electronics Boutique.
Damn.
Yeah, his buddy, what's his name, who's on.
I still remember the electronic music Natillo. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was like one of the hosts of G4 until it got destroyed.
Okay, so
instead of the ridiculous butt kissing that where some child actors get to talk about their favorite Game Boy games.
Oh yeah.
EB grabbed a couple of PlayStations and headed over to General Motors place in Vancouver.
We got the first two Twisted Metal games.
Yep. And this is what they said. Darrell Armstrong, Orlando Magic, Grizzlies, George Lynch show the sense of humor, but never goes overboard. Its cheese factor very low if you ever get to hear some Tommy's tunes playing in the background, certain scenes. Okay, so that's how Electric Playground makes you.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. I was thinking of something else.
So that I'm just looking at the Tommy Tirico stuff because they have a little snippet article of him bragging about it. Let's see here: Alien Trilogy, Baku Animal. This is the best game ever. Battle Arena to Shinin, your ultimate revenge attack. But I liked it Battle Arena to Shinin Remix because because of it had actually had voice acting in it.
Andretti Racing. Let's see what else.
Because I used to rent this game back in the days, and it was actually the best version of Battle Arena to Shinden Remix. It was a better version.
Oh, the token.
Let's see.
Oh man, so those are weird stick. I think I still keep a couple of old Namco tokens.
Yeah, Namco tokens. Yeah, because they used to have Namco arcades.
No, seriously, that was the currency on the timeout arcade place here.
Oh yeah, in Puerto Rico. I used to remember.
The third one. I used to remember the gold standard.
I remembered. What was that place? Chuck E. Cheese Pizza.
It was also Discovery Zone.
Yeah, Discovery Zone.
I never got to experience Discovery Zone.
Yeah.
We were poor.
Daytona, USA. Golden Axe The Duel. Galaxy Fight. Game Shark. Oh, play Japanese games. Normally, American Saturn cannot be used to play Japanese Saturn game software. The operating system refuses to recognize imported discs and CD-ROMs, and the game will not load. With a Game Shark installed in the Saturn cartridge slot, put a Japanese game in the drive and turn the Saturn game on, and choose to start the game with the Game Shark main menu. Highlights: the game will start without enhancement.
Man, they had tips for Game Shark too.
I know, this is interesting. Like, I'm looking at this, and already someone in the audience is like looking at it, going like, "Oh my god!" And they even have the cheat codes for Gun Griffin. Remember Gun Griffin? That one game with the freaking mecha, like you just have like the two sticks and you're just shooting at stuff, and you have the button just that button that just ejects.
That was way before my time. I didn't play the Saturn.
Yeah, Pepsi Man. Yeah, the game that everyone remembers, Pepsi Man. And yes, he was in Fighting Vipers. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I remember. Not only that, Fighting Vipers was a weird ass game in the sense that you could even fight. Fuck.
Sonic.
No, you could fight the Hornet from
Yeah.
Daytona USA.
Yeah, that's true.
I know that one of the characters got killed. Apparently killed off.
Yeah.
Well, more like retcon. Candy. She used to be known as Honey, but now they changed it to Candy or something.
Yeah. And this is what we used to remember, like the Funko mail order. This is what I used to remember about what they used to sell.
This
like, for example, these were the prices that they were selling them at. I believe they had like, I think these were like the prices.
Oh, Funko Land.
Yeah, Funko Land, as in, yeah, this is how they advertised, and then you could go onto their website too back in the early 90s. And yes, the internet wasn't that advanced back then, but they gave you information on how to order it online.
Yeah, Internet 1.0 was crazy.
Yep. And this is how they advertised and sold games. You can order it online via the mail, and you can get it within 3 or 4 weeks or a month, depending on how long it takes in the state for shipping. And yeah, $4 shipping, and people were bitching about the fact that it went up. That's how it was back then. Like, and they're telling me that it's too expensive for shipping.
Want something? Can't find it? We got it.
We
sell free play via. We sell free play video games and accessories at great prices.
Yeah, let's
we also
see
sell
here.
new product. Call Funko today. FunkoLand.com. Well,
Yeah, I
company-
really need to find out if that Battle to Shinin Arena had an anime. Loosely based on the Shinin 2. Okay, there's no surprise that the game which gave PlayStation the startup number.
It was Mega Corp distributed this.
Yeah. Which is no longer around, which is licensed by another company. Jushin Tournament combatants Uranus' evil desire to create a perfect weapon man-machine, Sophia, and the chaos of the first Super Warriors. If you've seen the characters in the PlayStation, Saturn, or Game Boy, you're interested in learning more, what makes them tick, give us a video and try. For more than information, contact US Mega Care. Yep.
Alright, so you can get these from US Megacorp.
Yep.
For those who don't know, US Megacorp is
was an anime company that distributed anime back in the early 90s and is no longer around.
They were also aligned with Central Park Media and the right stuff. I mean, it was based in New York.
Yep. And then you can remember the Fatal Fury OVA series.
I heard that the voice acting is fucked up.
Yeah, it was bad, but it was actually pretty entertaining when you see the whatchamacallit, the Wolfman Saga, where Terry had to fight him because he defeated his son. His son wanted revenge. The Wolf was actually a really good saga.
I have a kiss. Oh.
Because he defeated Geese, but Wolf was a very fucked up person. Because he wanted to die.
Man. So the 3 episodes were on VHS.
Yeah, plus the movie.
My lord.
Yeah, and this is like the Mario Kart baby cart. This is the stuff that you could remember. This is what I remembered reading when I was a kid. And yes, I think this is Japan X. No, that's not Japan X.
The real Mario Kart. I mean, the Mario Kart I've actually known was the one in Osaka that used to.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you mean X Japan?
Yeah. But that's not X Japan. That's another group. I forgot what their name was. Oh yes, Game Shark and Game Genie when they were going toe to toe with each other. Letters from Betty.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, it's not the Game Shark anymore. It used to be called Action Replay before it died.
Yep.
Letters from Betty.
Yep.
Ooh, woo.
Ooh, woo.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sorry. That brought a lot of nostalgia back to me. I
Holy
really
fucking shit!
I know,
the acid cat cup with
reading that whole thing brought a lot of memories. Like, I'm sorry if we're boring. Like, I'm surprised 2 people are watching this, and it's like, oh my god, this is like the most boringest show ever. We're like going like, yeah, we're just talking about video games and shit that's going on right now because apparently the Saudi prince bought Nintendo stock. And everyone's up in a roar about it because of the fact that he's plotting to make an esports thing. Like he could with all that money that he has, he could easily compete against Evo and call it like the Saudi whatever it's called.
Dude, I would rather that he would obliterate Nintendo from the face of the existence. but he doesn't have the power for that.
He doesn't have the power for that, but he could probably put money down on something, and his main focus is esports. Like, he's trying to run like his own little side project, which is basically esports, which he could make a lot, like I said before, he could have made a lot of money off of that idea, because he bought SNK, he bought stock in SNK with his plan to basically make an esports thing, which is fine by me. I'm not against him, but
no, as a matter of fact, it's perfect. I mean, that's especially in Latin America, a lot of people have played on tournaments for King of Fighters.
Yeah, which I think that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to create a. Now
that I think about it, in Latin America, it is that King of Fighters is a lot more popular than Street Fighter. But there's also a massive fan base regarding Street Fighters in Latin America as well. So it has become a bit of a holy war between both of them.
Yeah.
Especially in this group I'm in, which absolutely fucking sucks. Absolutely nothing but boomers in there. It's insane.
Yeah, it happens.
And this is coming from someone who is pretty much
old.
I'm saying that. Boomer. I am basically a
millennial.
JT is older than me. Yeah, JT's a lot older than me on that.
Yeah,
one.
I'm a lot older. I watched old ass animes that most people probably never watched.
You're probably like late Gen X.
Yeah, somewhere around that age. Like, I was millennial. That's what they say I am.
Oh yeah. I mean, Gen X ends around 84, and then...
Yeah, and I was born in 81.
Okay. Born in 87, so...
And here, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Like, they're literally saying calling trans and Jewish people freaks at a time when there's an pushed to make our existence illegal. The problem is she doesn't know about the situation. She probably doesn't know about what's going on. And of course, you know, she's from the Netherlands. She identifies herself as a snow leopard. There har demi-pan human rights, trans rights, bites bigots, not safe for work. Yes, of course, it's a furry.
Twitter freaks with nothing better to do with their goddamn lives. Frank Constitution the freaks at that time when there's an episode pushing because it's yeah. This is why liberals will always side with fascists as long as they get to enjoy their treat. Oh no. Yeah, she's a commie.
Yeah, the problem with this whole situation is that the Jews are not involved in this. Let's not involve the Jews in this, because the reason why I don't want to stereotype them as goblins, because you can.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Karl Marx actually has pretty interesting thoughts about the Jewish people.
Yeah.
In his manifesto.
Yeah.
So funny that they don't live that guy as an anti-Semite.
Yeah, and the problem is that I don't want to, like, last time they said that orcs are black people, which I don't. Yeah, like that's literally what they were saying about this whole thing.
Oh yeah,
like you're literally comparing one race to a fictional race which doesn't exist, and you're comparing them to one race which does exist. You're basically stereotyping that race, claiming that they are savages, claiming that they are this, which is the wrong thing to do.
Dude, how should I say this? This is on the same level as calling black. This is like that one time that someone went, how about how Namekians were niggas?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, they labeled Namekians as black people.
Yeah, which I don't believe they shouldn't be doing that. And this is kind of the problem with what they're doing with, like, calling, like, what's next? Are they going to refer to Japanese people as furries or something? I don't know.
They already, there was already furry. No, wait. The Japanese would be more. Oh, never mind. I do remember
they're elves or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're trying to compare them to. And I don't think it's a good idea to compare a fictional race with an actual race, because that's kind of racist. And that's kind of the problem that I'm seeing here with this person. They kind of believe that, and it's kind of wrong, because the problem with the whole situation, the reason why she didn't call you trans people or anything, she just called people Twitter freaks because of the fact that you're so obsessive about posting on Twitter. And
that's more of a projection, really, from their part. That's actually a projection.
Yeah.
Because only people like her would be this terminally online.
Yeah, which they're constantly posting on Twitter. And this is kind of the thing that I'm just telling people this again. Don't post on Twitter, for the love of God. If you're a trans person that is totally pissed off, I can understand why, but you're telling me that you're so worried about your existence and everything. Get off Twitter, because you're absolutely not helping the situation. You're absolutely giving ammo to everyone on Twitter right now, giving evidence to the point of your arguments, your bad takes and everything, because right now people are looking at this, looking at your post and wondering, this person's absolutely crazy and insane. Get away from me. Like, that's what's going on. Like, literally all you're doing is, it's not helping the trans community. It's not even helping anybody. It's just literally making people laugh at you. Because it's not like, this is kind of the problem with you guys. You compare Jews to goblins, and that just puts you projecting that onto the comparing Jews to goblins is like comparing the Jews to Michael Jackson.
How the fuck?
Yeah.
That's a thing? That's a thing.
Yeah.
Some people actually compare Michael Jackson to Jews.
Yeah. Because remember, he had surgery on his nose, remember?
Dude, let's be honest here. He like Michael Jackson.
And he bleached his skin.
No. Michael Jackson, he legit looked more, of all things, like a vampire. And that explains why whoever made Demon Slayer pretty much made the villain look like Michael Jackson from Moonwalker.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. Musa actually looks like Michael Jackson.
Fair enough. Yeah, and this is kind of the problem with calling them freaks. She didn't refer to trans people or Jewish people freaks. She just said Twitter freaks. As in, she probably considers you people assholes on Twitter because all you guys talk about is the same bullshit over and over again. And that's what they see. Not only when you're posting on Twitter, you're giving ammo to everybody and evidence that you guys are just posting on Twitter, making yourself try to get attention, trying to give out a vast statement that people are realizing this, because this is what this person said. These people will always do this. They come out of the gate into a conversation not about them, super aggressive, and the second they get pushed back for their hardline and frankly immature viewpoints, they cry harassment. Kids do this especially. He makes a good point.
What the actual fuck?
It took a gay man to point that out.
JT, I want to bring something interesting.
Yeah.
Is anyone here a League player? Like League of Legends player? Because it ends up that Coca-Cola of Puerto Rico is doing a collection, a can collection.
A can collection?
Yes. 5 of the characters from League of Legends are going to be plastered into aluminum cans.
Wow. Yeah, because I know that it's very popular in Puerto Rico, because I know my cousin plays that game.
I have never play League of Legends, nor will I play it.
I do play. I used to play it, but I just couldn't get into it. All you're going is back and forth on that game. It takes zero.
No. I avoided that game like 8.
Yeah.
Because I knew damn well it was going to ruin me. And my computer was pretty shit.
Oh, here's something that's funny. Oh, here's something that popped up about the communist thing. Lenin is talking about this. This is Lenin. This is Lenin back in the days.
Народ становится зрячим. Не евреи враги трудящих. Враги рабочих, капиталисты всех стран. Среди евреев есть рабочие, труженики, Их большинство. Они наши братья по угнетению капиталом, наши товарищи по борьбе за социализм. Среди евреев есть кулаки, эксплуататоры, капиталисты, как и среди русских, как и среди всех наций. Капиталисты стараются посеять и раздеть вражду между рабочими разной веры, разной нации, разной расы. На родине рабочих держится сила и власть капитала. Богатые евреи, как и богатые русские, как и богачи всех стран, в союзе друг с другом давят, гнетут, грабят, разъединяют рабочих.
And this is
Позор
Lenin,
проклятому
ladies and
царизму,
gentlemen.
мучившему и преследовавшему евреев. Позор тем, кто сеет вражду к евреям, кто сеет ненависть к другим нациям. Да здравствует братская народ становится зрячим.
Yeah, so that's Lenin, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they were. This is what the communists did.
Shit.
People who think Leninists have a hang up on the left's support of, you ask him yourself, just replace the word Jew and trans and any targeted group, and I'm sure you guys would get an answer.
Oh, what else? What else? What else? Yeah.
So this is probably an edit.
There's also another interesting take about when it came to Karl Marx and guns.
Yeah.
He was actually, well,
anti-Semitic.
No, not just that. The fact that Karl Marx was also pro-gun. Like
Pro-gun.
Under no circumstances should what it called, the proletariat?
Yeah.
Should be giving out their guns.
Yeah.
Some shit. Okay, let me see what's on.
Yeah. And this is kind of crazy how this happened.
Thing is, tankies don't take no shit. Like they are the authoritarian left doesn't take shit from the green libertarian left.
Yeah.
It's got actually had two of these.
Yeah, Rift Tracks, aka Mystery Science Theater, got another 250,000 for backers to make another show.
Mark waits.
Play Asia is trying to do a restock of amiibos. Yeah, I guess they're trying to really sell those amiibos.
Amiibos, the Funko Pops before Funko Pops were a thing.
Yeah.
What? Those are basically the Funko Pops of Nintendo.
Yep. Yeah, Nintendo now is packaging, restocking them now. God knows Nintendo fans will buy it. Because already Bandai Namco is making Tales of Symphonia remastered version, which I remembered that was on the Nintendo GameCube.
Man. That kid. Yes.
Yeah, and people are still not over that whole situation with what's her name?
No, it's not that. It's just I'm looking at the vehicles from the Sega Mobile Assault Tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Basically, it was this event in the U.S. where Sega would tour. They promoted the Sega Dreamcast.
Ah.
This was back in '99. So, So since I'm playing. Since oh god.
Yep.
I got lots of dreams up, but I was gonna say that since I'm already working on I'm already fucking around with the Dreamcast emulator.
Yeah. Okay.
I heard that it can also take arcade ports.
Mm-hmm.
From what I'm told, somehow it didn't happen with the arcade port of San Francisco Rush 2049 that I downloaded because I couldn't read the Naomi file.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So by the looks of it, they really are going too far on that whole situation.
Okay. So,
In honor of the consultant, which stars Christopher Waltz, the ultimate nightmare boss in the video game company, we asked the staff about the toughest bosses they faced from the video games, of course. Presented by the consultant, the premiere, which no one cares. They're trying to promote. IGN is desperately trying to promote a show.
Will these people take before they find out they really fucking suck at their shit? Oh,
let's see here.
Wait.
Here's another one. MiHoYo subpoenas Twitter for identities of Genshin Impact leakers.
Oh, yeah. Fun thing about that.
Yeah.
Do you know how much MiHoYo charges for regarding leakers?
How much?
For Genshin in Honkai?
10,000.
Mm-hmm. In one case, $750,000.
Yeah, so Steven Tortillo, like, I'm going to show you guys. This is from Twin Infinity, which is another website owned by a female. So this is what's going on. Steven Tortillo posted that the video game legal drama MiHoYo makers of Genshin Impact got a California court to subpoena Twitter to reveal the identities of people behind the 3 Genshin Impact accounts tweets leaks. Comments on MiHoYo is one of the leakers here. And let's see what's going on. So,
not only does MiHoYo make Genshin Impact, they're also responsible for Senless of Zero, Honkai Impact Third, which is actually their most. It's their flagship game, really. Genshin is their moneymaker, but Honkai is their it's their baby.
Yeah. So MiHoYo is. So they're basically on the other side of the whole thing. They're saying that MiHoYo's fishling tells Zonish that she wasn't privy to the exact thinking behind the subpoenas, but describing the leaks as an issue of all the development teams are facing. The user behind the leaks or Impact told that Xerios that MiHoYo's actions didn't faze them and argued that the company's secrecy was excessive given the players' enthusiasm around MiHoYo games. I don't know why they can't change their strategy. They told Xerios over their private messages and asked if MiHoYo was acting against them. If they really are coming after me, it means I'm next target now. Which they don't really give a shit. They'll just leak it anyways.
Here's the thing. If you're a beta tester for a game by HoYoverse, you are pretty much out there having to sign a non-disclosure agreement. That's actually why they're
which
getting
you're
there.
not allowed to disclose anything. Like I signed non-disclosure agreements before. Basically, you're not allowed to if you film it or post it online, you cannot post it online. You gave them your discretion not to put it out there. If they do, they're allowed to sue you.
Yeah, and they're pretty ruthless when it comes to it. Like that one with $750,000 was because of leaks.
Yeah.
The other one, there were some that.
Yeah, because people should not be doing that in a case of, especially if they're trying to put out content and they're trying to hide that content as a surprise to people. But then again, you know, that's also another factor of what goes on with MiHoYo is that they release the content in Asia before they put it out in America, and sometimes they leak out that stuff based on that.
Yeah, actually, and this is a new one, Honkai Star Rail. That one came out of closed beta recently.
Yeah, and I have a feeling people were criticizing that one.
I haven't played it, so
yeah, because I heard so much about it, but there were some little criticisms about it from what I heard.
It's turn-based, contrary to their other games, which is actually more action-oriented.
Yeah.
In the case of Star Rail, it is actually turn-based.
Turn-based, got it.
Yeah, it's a turn-based RPG. Okay. I have personally not. I mean, I know two people who played this.
Yeah.
So I will have to. Dude, you should send me the access link so I can send it. So I can show it to them.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
But Hoyoverse is pretty brutal when it comes to enforcing their. They're pretty brutal when it comes to enforcing the leakers. You know.
Yeah.
Not only. I mean, you get not only do you get banned, you get your ass sent to court. I mean, shit, you might lose. You might lose if you actually, lawyer. So, I mean, the thing is, a lot of people do these leaks because of the future banners, mostly. In the case of Genshin, it's because of the banners. The same thing goes with Honkai. Yeah. And this actually motivates people to actually save up the in-game currency for the character or weapon that they want to pull.
Yeah.
Just recently, I saw a few that were actually kind of confirmed by quote-unquote trusted sources.
Yeah.
Following 3.5, 3.6, up to 3.8. And what else? What else? Some of the leaks were, man, they've always done this, to be honest with you. Interestingly enough, a lot of the leaks were from the closed beta test, also because of the whole
I think they'll probably have to re-evaluate who they put into the whole situation, because this is kind of the situation with testing the game, and already they're suing the persons in question.
And here's the thing: the game, they're very strict about it. The game itself. Here's the thing: the game has a kernel that actually knows when you modded it.
Yeah, and according to to the Navis leaks. This is what it says. I know that what I said is that I've quit Twitter, but now this is a really serious topic. You can read this here on Torn Freak Count Discord. MiHoYo filed a claim for Discord to reveal the Uber catcher's phone number, IP address, and other personal information. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like they're literally going after people. Like no joke. This is what the person's claiming.
Oh wait. Oh dude, let's be real here. They've been doing this for you.
And you're right that they are putting out the beta of the games, like the files, but they're going after the person in MiHoYo for leaking them.
Like I said, NDAs, my man.
Yeah, which is the beta test thing, and also the items.
All right.
So yeah, they're demanding that they give them the info because they signed an NDA. So
hold on. Let me check this shit out.
They could have, you know what they could have done? They could have hired a private investigator to help them, and then try to sue them.
Holy shit! They had leaks for the file of this and everything.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, and it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad because this is what's going on. That is what's going on right now with MiHoYo because they're not playing around. They are serious. They are going full Nintendo. Lawsuits.
Hold on. This is actually quite normal because this is actually quite normal with a lot of gaming companies out here.
Yeah.
If you, it was of all things a breach of contract.
Yeah, that's what's pretty much going on right now because this is not something that they're gonna fight. This is scary.
It's only scary if you're a leaker more than anything else.
Yeah, so this is becoming one of those situations. I received this message. Hopefully, Cypherman can let everyone know that what's going on soon. I thank you. So this is what's going to happen. They're gonna try to, but I don't think whatchamacallit should. But unfortunately, they would be sued. Same with Twitter. They would go to California to do this, but this is something that needs to be said. What they're doing is to MiHoYo right now is possibly going to probably sue them, but they're going to try to subpoena the people to get their information so they can sue them. That's what this is all about because they want to put, because of the reason that either they put out these people had their names on non-disclosure agreements. This is becoming a situation to where they're getting tired of people leaking their information to everybody, so they just said, fuck it, we're going to go ahead and sue them for this because they kept leaking out information that they shouldn't have. But unfortunately, this is going to cause a situation with constant leaks. So what do you think?
Oh, I'm just trying to check something out. But so like I said, All right.
Yeah, so the leaks are pretty bad. If the leaks were really that bad, I don't think the leaks should. I don't think they should be sued because they're actually drumming up interest for the game, and that's free marketing. They don't need to pay someone to do. But if they feel that the person doesn't deserve it, that's something that you need to debate on, whether he's doing a good job of telling people to drum up interest for the game, which should have never happened.
I think
They shouldn't be bullying. They shouldn't be bullying people that are honestly big fans of the game. And the fact is, they shouldn't be doing this. If it's drumming up interest for the game, then yeah, leak a little bit, leak out information and tell people. But don't give out like the spoilers for it.
You know, there was what to say.
Yeah. Because I don't have a problem with people if they're going to leak information about the game, it better be good information. It better be something, because even if it's good information, it helps sells the game. It helps make people drum up interest into the game.
I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised I haven't gone. You know what? I'm actually surprised I haven't gone into people who are using private servers to do mod videos.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with those.
Yeah.
I
thought it was kind of funny. I thought it was kind of funny when they did that stuff because it was kind of hilarious. But at the same time, you know, I can understand Mohoyo's position that it's not.
You know what? You know that is fucking ironic coming from a country where bootleg is their modus operandi.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real here. China is pretty much infamous for copy shit. If it ain't that, it's bootlegs, you know?
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, I can understand why they're doing this because they're trying to make money, but you kind of have, you're gonna
They already make enough money as it is from the Raiden Shogun banners.
Yeah. And Kamen Rider.
No, I'm not kidding. Like most of the money these people make are from the banners.
Yeah. And also from the merchandise that they sell for Genshin Impact.
Well, not just Genshin, also Honkai as well.
Yeah. Which I think the problem here is that they need to talk about this and tell people, look, this is the reason why we want this information is because blah blah blah, this person has been leaking out information that blah 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 breaks our blah 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 thing.
Yeah, basically go full Ferrari.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Damn! Ooh, this is gonna be good. I'm checking out this card pack.
Yeah. So.
Patron, and my.
So I think most people could understand that Mohoyo is that desperate. To get back at those leakers. Because they're pissed off that people were leaking out information, which is understandable, but at the same time, you know, they told them to stop and they didn't want to listen, but they did it anyways.
Dude, I'm actually in favor of leakers, believe it or not. Those people
That's
who do
fair.
this, their sacrifice is more than appreciated.
Yeah, because they really want to get people in on the game because they really want to share that information out there to people because it does help drum the interest to have people play the game, that continue to play the game and continue to want to be informed on what goes on with the game. That's what they're up against.
We probably lost someone on the probably lost someone because it was like, oh, someone's strategy, someone's got you.
Yeah.
There's also fuck off, you pedophile.
And they're also competing against other MMOs. Like right now they're competing against Tower Fantasy, right?
Oh yeah. Tower Fantasy is one of the
which is Perfect World. Which is produced by Perfect World that does does the MMO Perfect World.
They're also competing against this upcoming one by Garena, which is these are the people who make Free Fire.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Garena is actually pretty infamous for fucking up League of Legends.
Yeah. Perfect World is now published by Gearbox.
I mean, here's the thing: the people who make Tower Fantasy are also a Tencent subsidiary.
Yeah.
But the thing is that one wasn't exactly as popular. And what else? Every time there's something like a quote unquote Genshin killer, it gets fucked in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah, and surprisingly, Perfect World used to be a part of was a Chinese company. And I know they have their own MMO called Perfect World, which was trying to compete against World of Warcraft. I know that. I've seen it happen.
Guessing it's region locked.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's region locked.
Yeah, actually, it's international.
Okay.
Yeah, Perfect World is actually right now. Perfect World owns Neverwinter, Star Trek Online, Remnant of the Ashes, like they did that one. But right now they're a part of Gearbox, which Gearbox Publishing is a part of Perfect World. And right now they were known for Neverwinter North Dark Reaches, which is like the MMO that they're trying to do for Forgotten Realms. And I know that's the MMO that everyone recalls. And it's done by Cryptic. And now they're announcing Remnant 2, which I remember Remnant 1 wasn't that popular. Remember, they had some criticisms made about that one. And they also did Champions on. Right now they own Champions Online, which is no surprise. So pretty much Tower Fantasy and Genshin Impact are trying to compete against each other.
The fact that it's weird because I haven't heard much regarding Tower Fantasy because
I know that people were streaming that and then it just suddenly died out. Which it tells you something about them. Like, I know Mihoyo's trying to stay on top of it.
Oh no, the thing is, the game is unfortunately broken regarding Tower Fantasy.
Yeah.
So China So since China is trying,
let's look at what. Let me look at what Twitch is doing. Let's look at what if this MMO is beating out.
Now that I think about it, since the Chinese are really getting into video games,
yeah,
that's gonna be quite difficult because considering what their country is going through.
So let's look at what games that are on Twitch that are streaming, and I'm gonna try to look for it. Wild Hearts, I heard, was okay. Genshin Impact is beating out Rocket League and World of Warcraft. Actually, no, it's not. Actually, there's like 31,000 viewers for World of Warcraft. Let's see what else. And Diablo 2. Man, there's like a few people doing that. 10 dates. Only about 97 viewers.
Oh, speaking of live service,
Mm-hmm.
did you hear about multiverses dying out?
I never heard about that game.
Really? That was the fighting game that was made by Warner Brothers.
Multiverse? Yeah, I heard about it, but there was something that happened with it. There was a lot of drama surrounding Velma and the whole
Oh yeah, the one of her attacks being she calls
the police and
of course it ends up that one of the characters was LeBron James.
Yeah. And they were upset about that, and they pissed off a lot of people. I'm like,
dude, LeBron James is a bitch. He's just a China shill.
No, he's
a rabbit.
No, a lot of people from Ohio do not like him after what he did.
Dude, the thing is, LeBron is also a known China shill.
Yeah, he is a known China shill, but a lot of people blame him for the downfall of the economy in Cleveland, actually in Ohio, because he left Mahoyo.
What?
He left Ohio. Yeah, so he can play for the LA Lakers.
Dude, the thing with LeBron James is that he's
Well, you saw what happened to him when he went up when he was on the Dream Team, right? When he was playing against Puerto Rico.
I bet he got his ass fucked.
Oh yeah, he did. And he said he couldn't believe that he got beaten by the Commonwealth. That was his quote.
Bruh.
That's what he said. I can't believe I got beaten by the Commonwealth.
Why do people worship this guy? God damn. Dude, if it's that, I mean,
that's because he can score 30 points. That's the reason why. That's the reason why he gets a lot of fan worship, because he can score 30 points in one game.
I mean, truth be told, I don't watch basketball, at least not since the Jordan days.
Yeah.
Even
at least Jordan made it interesting. LeBron just doesn't give a shit. He just basically just gives up when he's losing.
Michael Jordan was the opposite of him. He was pretty humble. In fact, he was the Ayrton Senna of basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when he was especially when he represented Chicago Bulls. Like, he basically put the work and effort into it. Even when he's losing, he still gave a shit.
I mean, it's a very popular opinion, but Michael is the greatest of all time.
Yeah. I think is that's why he gets all the he that's why people still buy his shoes.
Oh. Dude, the people who buy his shoes are the kind of people you would find on Section 8 buildings or caseríos selling drugs.
Yeah.
That's who does. I mean, the other half are just little shits who want drip.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be right back.
All right, I'm gonna probably end the stream because I'm gonna probably get off and try to do something because this was actually entertaining. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to my friend later as soon as he gets back. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna probably end the stream on this whole drama situation. Good.
Oh, I was gonna say see ya.
Yeah, see you guys.
But go ahead and regarding the drama, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best next time to at least make this entertaining. You guys have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. This whole drama was kind of stupid. That's what I think of it. I'm ending this stream on a final note. Leave for all the trans people. If you really feel that way, get off Twitter for the love of God. You could save a lot of lives. Seriously, you could save a lot of lives by saving yourselves the trouble of not posting on Twitter. All the dumb takes and everything isn't going to help save trans lives. You're basically contributing to the deaths of trans people. For the love of God, you could have helped a lot of trans people by not posting at all on Twitter because you're just giving money to a transphobic billionaire who doesn't give a crap about you, other than the fact that you guys are just putting out bad takes that feed ammo to the whole situation. That's all I got to say. Anyways, you guys take care.